SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
Hi, I'm Natalie Rydström and welcome to World Sports Weekly. Formula One returns this weekend at the famous Spa circuit in Belgium after a 3-week rest. We're now halfway through the season and the title race remains wide open. Joining us now is SBR Forum sports writer Richard O'Hagan to discuss the betting value for the Belgian Grand Prix race this weekend. Richard, welcome to the show.
Hi Natalie, it's good to be here.
Now, with so many past winners in the race, who do you think is the most likely victor?
Well, there are certainly a lot of contenders. I mean, Kimi Räikkönen, who's been up there for the last 4 times, is a really strong contender. Sebastian Vettel, obviously the championship leader, but I like Lewis Hamilton for this. He won the last race in Hungary. It was his first win in a Mercedes, and I fully expect him to carry that form through now to this weekend and have a really good go of it here in Spa. He's going to qualify well, because Mercedes always does. And it's a fast, traditional circuit here at Spa that should suit the Mercedes car right down to the ground. So my money is going to be on Hamilton.
Okay. And are there any drivers that we should avoid backing at this point?
Well, there are 2 that you should definitely avoid backing this weekend. And the reason for this is that Red Bull have announced who is going to replace Mark Webber as their number 2 driver for next season. And that's going to be Daniel Ricciardo from Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso are Red Bull's junior team, the number 2 team, and although they're supposed to be entirely independent, it doesn't work that way in Formula One, really. So Mark Webber, no incentive for Red Bull to do anything to help him, and the number 2 Toro Rosso driver, Jean-Eric Vergne, is in trouble as well now, because all the Toro Rosso resources will go into making Ricciardo look good, make it look like Red Bull didn't make a mistake in picking him. So Mark Webber, Jean-Eric Vergne, avoid at all costs this weekend.
And who do you think will be the first car to retire in this race? And is this a risky bet to make?
Well, it's not a particularly risky bet to make. I mean, there's been a first driver to retire market out there for quite some time now, and you can make money in that market by basically playing it and looking at backing more than one driver, because the odds are usually reasonably generous. And the first team to retire market, there are 2 drivers per team, so it's basically the same market with half the number of competitors, but the odds are not halved. So you can actually make more money in this market potentially than you could do in one of the other ones. So it's actually a very good market to be involved in. And I would be looking at one of the Saubers this weekend. I'm very fond of Sauber as a team that's likely to get things horribly wrong.
Okay, and another betting favourite is who will be standing on the podium. Who do you think will be there, Richard?
Well, Lewis Hamilton, I think, is going to win. Sebastian Vettel, I can see easily being up there. And if you want to go for a real long shot each way bet, then I would look at either Ricciardo, because he's going to be heavily pushed, or maybe someone like Mr. Grosjean, my favourite driver, because he's always so unpredictable. And this is a circuit which will suit him, because he's a guy who really likes to put his foot down and go fast. So you could go with him as well.
Okay, and finally, Richard, are there any other markets we should take a look at, or any new markets that have grown up since the season started?
Well, the first team to retire a car is the market that's really grown up since then. Another one for Spa, it can be will there be a safety car? Because Spa is where people get it right most of the time, but when they get it wrong, they get it horribly wrong, and then the safety car has to come out. So that might be one to look at, as well as just a very, very straightforward yes or no bet.
Okay, Richard, as always, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome, Natalie. Look forward to talking to you again soon.